Hi guys, I'm now live. Sorry for being a little bit late. We had problems with our microphone. I've never actually done this before on my Mac, so we had some microphone issues. So I'm just going to get started. Basically, I'm going to be doing this for half an hour. I just thought it'd be a really good conversation for us all to have, like about couponing and like different questions you have, because you all send me really nice messages on Facebook about all your different questions, and being like full-time, it is hard to get back to all of you, so I do try, but I thought this would be really good for us to have a chat and like you can ask all your different questions. So I'm just going to go back to the questions because they are not on my screen, which is always useful. And now this has just gone off my screen. Mitch, I need assistance. My partner Mitch is here as technical support because I cannot find, this is going so well already. I can't find the questions. Where is this? Oh no, it's playing. Oh no. Oh, you can tell I'm such a newbie. I can't see the questions. Yes, I can. I've got questions. Right. I'm sorted now. It says hi. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you here. Also, right. Oh no, it's lagging out. Can you just tell me whether you can hear and see me okay? Just because we have a dodgy connection and I want to make sure you can hear and see me, so I'm not just wasting my time on here. So just comment you can hear and see me. And that'll be perfect, thank you guys. Right, so how often do you, oh sorry, Lex has said, how often do you have coupons refused? Lex spoke to me earlier, so thank you for helping me with the camera, Lex, because we need your help. Right, where, sorry, I'm losing track. How often do you have coupons refused? Quite a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Like when me and Anastasia go couponing, like I can't tell you the amount of times we have them refused. Like I don't know who I am, so it's not got anything to do with me personally. I think it is literally just, you know, people being awkward. Awkwardness is probably quite a big factor of it. You know, if staff aren't trained as well, quite a lot of staff don't always know, like, you know, if they don't know like their own coupon policy, they don't know the right terms and conditions, and especially if it's like a weird looking coupon which they haven't come across before, you know, they have to be cautious, which is completely fair enough. You know, they want to like go by their rules, which is completely fair enough. But, you know, if you do get refused, don't be disheartened. Like, don't panic and think, oh my God, I've got to pay full price. Like, if they're really rude to you, just stay calm and like just kindly explain to them, like, you know, I can use this, it's got an individual barcode, etc. Also, take a store policy coupon with you. That's really handy because if they do start getting a bit, you know, cocky and arrogant, you can just say, well, you know, calmly say, I've got this here, states you can use them, and it just, you know, gets rid of any confusion. So there we go, Lex. Hope that answered it for you. I have looked all over the internet, but can only get $1. That's a good question. My website xcoupuk.com has all the current coupons on there on the homepage for you to have a look at. I do try and post them as soon as I find them, so always keep an eye on the Facebook page. Where I personally find them is if followers send them to me, so I'll post them on the page. Newspapers are quite good ones. Again, look in the newspaper first. Don't go and buy it. Look, it will normally say on the front cover. Magazines, in-store magazines, so Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's do them, even Waitrose sometimes do them. So just have a peek in their monthly magazines. So that, again, a lot of my followers are brilliant. They'll put it on the page. So just about keeping updated, really. So keep yourself updated. Like, don't just live in a bubble, like, you know, follow other pages, because like Jordan's page is really good to follow as well. So you'll find they will come to you instead of you having to go out and actively find them. Like, they will end up coming towards you, which is really handy. And I'm sure many experienced couponers will like agree that they do just come into your inbox. And also subscribe to their Facebook pages. I've noticed over the past month, Facebook is a growing coupon community. Like, a lot of coupons actually have come out on Facebook now. So have a look on there, like the brands. So if you like Kit Kats, for example, like their Facebook page, you like the first to know if they have a coupon. And again, we all keep ourselves updated, so just keep an eye out on our pages. Right, Margaret has said, hi Emma, where is the best place to find coupons? The ones I print off all out of date by a few months. Again, pretty much just answered that with Sharon's question. I do try and keep the website up to date, but sometimes it is really hard to just, because it is really hard running it by yourself. Again, shops in for magazines, online, newspapers. I'm repeating myself a bit really, but hopefully it's answered your question. But I don't really know why they would print if they're out of date. If it's like a smart coupon, it shouldn't print if it's out of date. You should always have 2 weeks. But if it's like a PDF coupon, then yeah, sometimes they will be out of date if it's, you know, something which is a PDF. A lot of you saying hi. Hi all, hi. Right, Pauline has said, hi Emma, how can I get baby stuff coupons? I don't have children but have babies in the family. How do I get around the baby clubs? Insisting on knowing the child's date of birth. Just type in a fake date of birth. My friends had their baby showers a few months ago and I did like little baby hampers full of everything. I don't have children, so I literally just put in fake name. That's wrong, but it's not really effective them, is it? They're just giving you a coupon. And I always use different email addresses, not my own personal email address, because they will spam you. And one thing which I don't know how it's happened, but Emma's diary actually had my mobile number. Like, obviously I've inputted that somewhere, so I keep getting calls for like my baby's photography session. So just be a bit cautious of that. Just be a bit cautious, and you know, don't put in like direct phone numbers. Like, never ever ever put in direct phone numbers unless it's something important which they need to contact you on, and just put in an email address you don't like log into regularly, so if they do spam you, it's not the end of the world. Other baby things, there's a good deal on in Sainsbury's actually. I posted it about a month ago. If you signed up to Sainsbury's Baby Club, I think it was, you got £5 free worth of baby stuff, so that might be worth looking into. That's always a really good one. I've said Emma's diary. Bounty packs are good as well. I think I've got that on my page, or latest free stuff have that on their page as well. You just sign up, and again, I think they send you a coupon which you take into store. So there are quite a good few packs out there which have like little baby sample products in there, nappies, and different like discount codes. So they're always good to have a look at. So I'd suggest looking at them if you're going to help your friends out with baby stuff. And also contact manufacturers. That's another thing. I know I say it to get coupons, but you can even get like little samples. Just maybe say you've got the child. I don't know how they would act if you're saying you're getting it for someone, but obviously say like you've got a child and you just want to try it out. And they might send you some small samples. That would be good to give to your friends. Right, let's move on. Right, everyone can see and hear me. That's brilliant, because I live in the countryside and like no internet ever works here. So I was absolutely cacking myself that this wasn't going to work. So I'm glad you can hear me. Right, the next question is, Gloria has said, how can one store take it upon themselves to change Asda's coupon policy? So I'm guessing you're referring to you've had a problem in store with Asda. Asda are known to be troublesome. They really are. Like, luckily my Asda Weymouth isn't too bad on coupons, but some shops me and Anastasia have been to are living nightmares. Like, they literally not chucked us out of the store, like, but we left the shopping there, put it that way. They were so rude, and I think it's just staff's attitudes. Like, obviously managerial, like at their level, like they have to look at it from profit situations. So they've got to say, right, is this coupon valid? Is it in date? Are we going to get our money back? Which is fair enough. Asda as a whole, they do accept internet coupons, and they always have done. They have it on their coupon policy, which I would suggest printing out for these situations. Store level, they're pretty much just going to say what they want to say. They're going to like try and get you out of the shop, you know, and not use your coupons. But I found out from one of my followers the other day that shops actually get a handling commission for coupons, which I personally didn't know. So surely their managers should be telling them, you know, take them, yeah, take them, just make sure they're legit, because if they're getting a commission for handling coupons, the store really isn't at a loss. As long as they're genuine and you're using them correctly, there shouldn't be any problems. My suggestions, if they are being really rude to you and just will not accept them, is always get a manager there. And, you know, because managers are more reasonable, they're on your side most of the time. So just take the coupon policy, kindly explain to them, like, just say, you know, don't say like the person's being rude, because they're probably still going to be there, but just say like, you know, I've got these coupons, I've printed them from XYZ, here's your policy, you know, what's the problem? And hopefully it should get resolved. If not, don't buy it. Don't like succumb to their bullying. Don't buy it. And then just get home, email Asda customer service. I think I've got a contact email, or I will post one later on for who to contact at Asda, because a few of you have a bit of trouble contacting someone at Asda, so I'll put that in there. But that's it really. I think Preston's probably the best store actually. Since it's probably the only store I've never actually had trouble at. Tesco's quite bad. Don't like Tesco. My local Tesco is fine, but other Tesco's weren't so nice. But yeah, I guess that's it really with the Asda coupon policy. People are just awkward sometimes, and you just, you know, I think it's a shame we get treated like criminals. I really think it is, like, because we're, at the end of the day, we're only trying to save money. Like, we're not being criminals, we're not shoplifting, we're not doing anything, and unfortunately people just sometimes like a bit of an ego trip. So you just got to stay calm in those situations and just, you know, look past it and just sort it out. Right, I've done, oh no, I haven't done Katie's one. Hi, I got refused the other day with the coupon for the restaurant pizza, as it was the pizza. Have you had any refused this reason? Personally, I haven't had it refused. As you saw on my video, Anastasia and I did, I think it was like 28 pizzas, and no, we didn't have any refused. And I think Anastasia's been in a few times and no one's ever said anything. I've had a lot of followers over the past few days comment on my wall saying exactly the same. It's a difficult one because Morrison's do accept them, but there isn't an actual like coupon policy which you can take in with you. I only have the, I think it's Dalton Phillips' his name. I only have his contact address on my website because that's all I really know of how you can contact them. Again, getting the manager down, but surely they shouldn't really be able to refuse it because it's the total value. They shouldn't really refuse it, no, but they can refuse it. And a few people have said it's like 1 per transaction. I didn't think it was. Oh, Chrissy's put the restaurant coupon say only 1 coupon per person. I haven't got one in front of me. I actually don't have one in front of me, so I can't tell you whether it is or it isn't. Let me know, type in if anybody else has one in front of them and can tell everybody else what it is. But I always read them. I wasn't aware it was 1 per person. I don't think it was. I think it was 1 per purchase, which most coupons are, and a lot of people get this confused. 1 per purchase is like 2 coupons, 2 pieces. 1 per purchase. 1 per person, household, or transaction means like 1 person. Like, so if it was 1 per transaction, just do 2 transactions. If it's 1 per household, they're not really going to know you don't live together, so just take 2 people. And again, 1 per person, take 2 people. But no, I don't really know how to answer that one, unfortunately, because I haven't. The problem is like without a coupon policy, you can't really like argue your point. I would just leave it and email Dalton Phillips. His email address is on my coupon policies tab on the website. Just email him, see what he has to say. He's normally quite good. A lot of people have had quite good responses from him and like gift cards as apologies. So just see what he has to say. I think it's ending today anyway, the Morrison's offer. So I think Asda's is still on and Tesco's offer is still on. So maybe just try there. I know it's not a really good answer and I haven't really answered it, but unfortunately, like I said, these things happen. People are awkward. So you've just got to take it with a pinch of salt. Megan has said, is it okay to use black and white printers for all coupons, even coloured ones? I did use black ones. I all got refused because they told me they were fake, which they weren't, but I suppose black and whites do look fake. Another friend has said that she used quite a lot, but I guess it's luck of the draw whether the cashier accepts someone. There's no reason why they shouldn't accept it. So no, there isn't a rule which stipulates against it. But at the end of the day, if they look at it and say, oh, it looks fake, they can still technically say no to it. So as a risk factor, no, I probably wouldn't advise it, because if you're travelling quite a way to get to that supermarket, and it's costing you money, you don't really want to have to go back, print again in colour, then go all the way back. So I would try it, no harm in trying, but personally I haven't had a good experience with black and white, and I don't think a lot of people have, so I wouldn't suggest it personally. Right, people saying thank you. Connor has said, what do you do when the big supermarkets refuse to take coupons? Personally, I stay calm. I do try to stay calm. Most of them are really horrible, actually. Most of them are quite rude to me, especially like I had this situation with Anastasia where we actually had 2 security guards with us, and it was so embarrassing. I can't explain like how embarrassing it was to actually look like shoplifters. Like, it was awful. And they took us out the back, and like they said to us, they were like, you know, we're not going to accept these today. And I said, That's fine. You could have told us that at the till without these big 2 butch security guards. So I don't know what happened there, but you just got to stay calm. Like, don't get high rated at them, like, you know, and don't be rude. I think because at the end of the day, they can ban you from that store. They can say get out. So, you know, just stay cool and calm. And I think cool and calm is the easier way because people are more responsive and understanding. So just take your coupon policy. Say, you know, the coupons are right, they're in date, they're individual, this is where I got them from, this is what your coupon policy states. And also a good point is, most coupons have a telephone number on them, and they will actually say on there, like, any queries, call blah, 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 blah. So if you get the store, if this situation happens, get the store to ring the coupon company, and they will actually validate the coupon over the phone. So if anybody gets really nasty and really like rude to you, just kindly explain to speak to the manager, say, look, if you call this number here, they can actually validate it for you and confirm it's a real coupon. So normally when you give them that, they will be like, oh, okay, we'll do that. And they're more understanding. But like I said, please don't think it just happens to you. It really does happen to everybody. Like, I get it all the time, and you just got to be calm and you've got to be nice to them. And normally most people just be like, oh, okay, thank you for explaining. So just stay calm. And if the store's becoming a real nuisance and they keep on doing it and keep on being rude, just go to another store. Simple. Go to another store. Just don't give them your custom, and you'll probably have no worries at this other store. Right. Oh, I've lost myself again. Where? All right, Lex has asked again. Hi, Lex. What was your proudest couponing moment? Oh, I don't know. There's so many because we've been doing it over a year now. There are so many. On a personal level, the biggest shop which I'm proudest of is probably £156, and they paid me 6p out the till. So that's my proudest moment where I thought, I've done good, like this is really good. But another proud moment for me is actually donating all of my stockpile. A lot of people message me saying, like, don't you donate anything? And I do regularly donate. So like literally my stockpile will have a whole clean out by Christmas, and then I'll probably stock it up again. And I've got a few donations coming up actually with Anastasia. But no, I think my probably proudest moment was actually giving it to like the storm victims back in, I think it was February, just because like we'd had really, really bad storms down in the south, and like I wanted to help out the people who just lost their homes and like didn't have any food, and like because there wasn't really any funding and there wasn't any help, I thought if that was me, I'd want someone to help me. And you know, I'm a really caring person. I don't like, you know, I've got a lot of family friends I help out as well with like food donations, and like I never see them go without basically. So I think that's probably my proudest moment where, you know, I thought I can help people, like I can give back, and that's what I like the most, giving back, which is why I started all of this, really, to give back to people, to like help people, because being in debt is horrible. Like I can't, everybody, like probably 90% of you are in debt, and it's just so, it's a horrible, horrible thing to be in, and I wouldn't like wish it upon anybody. So being on the other side of that and, you know, helping all these people is just so rewarding for me, really. So I would say that's probably my biggest achievement, being like able to help people. Right, thank you for that question. Right, Chrissy mentioned again the restaurant coupons, only one per person. So if anybody can confirm that, if they have one in front of them, that'd be great, because I don't have one in front of me. And then she asked, so how come people have been able to buy in bulk? So again, I can't comment. I don't have the coupon in front of me, but I wasn't aware of that. So please someone comment if you have one in front of you. Right, Gloria, was that a question of where to get email addresses? You said that was good, but email addresses would be really good. Probs finding it. Gmail are really good. Hotmail are really good. They're probably the best ones. Yahoo, I guess, are good. I don't use them personally, but just create ones you can remember the logins to. Probably simple, so you can find them again. Connor has said again, I had a great response from the CEO from Tesco's when I got refused £29 worth of coupons. I took all of the people's names, etc. The one thing that had me off was that I had spoken to the customer. I guess that's customer service. That's good, to be honest. Good that you got a reply from the CEO. That's really good. I don't normally get a response from Tesco's. They normally ignore me. But no, that's really good if they've got back to you on that one. Dave has put they only recently changed the pizza coupons to read 1 per person. So is that when you've printed it, it's changed to 1 per person, or is that the store policy that has changed to read 1 per person? Not sure on that one. I printed my coupons out probably 2 weeks ago now. So I probably did it about 2 weeks ago. So I haven't seen any updated ones, if there are updated ones. Katie's commented, the problem was in Morrison's and said was on promotion as the price was lowered. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. Don't let anybody tell you that a coupon says, when it says not to be used in conjunction with other offers, that is not store offers, that is not half price, bog off, whatever it is not that. The only stipulation, and I've had this confirmed by numerous managers and quite high up people in the supermarkets, the only stipulation is clearance. So if something is on clearance, like on the clearance shelves, that you cannot use coupons against. But in-store promotions, you 100% can use coupons with. So that is a store promotion. They're not on clearance, so I can't see why they would say that. Chrissy's just put the ones I've just printed. Oh no, I've lost myself again. Chrissy said the ones I've just printed says 1 per person. They must have changed it then. They must have cottoned on to this and probably seen the response they've had and probably thought, right, how can we catch these couponers out? So if they've changed it, bit of a bummer, isn't it? But I think Morrison's ends today the offer, and as does, I don't know, it's a rollback, so I don't know when that changes. And I think Tesco's runs out this week. Right, everyone's saying thank you. Right, Pauline's confirmed it's 1 coupon per person on her latest coupon. So again, they must have changed it. They must have changed it. Connor's written again. Sorry, it's like buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. I'm trying to keep up with it. One really good company of donations, if you were trying to do a charity event, is Laura Ashley. They've donated over 1,000 worth of wallpapers to redecorate charity centre. That's good. I might contact them then. Not sure what they could do for my next charity one I'm doing, because it's a bit tricky. But I would definitely contact them. Thank you for that, Connor. That's really useful. Right, Kate again, do you think it's possible to get a huge amount of shopping for barely anything with coupons available to us in the UK? Yes, I think it is. A lot of people say like, oh, it's 20p off, it's 30p off, and it's like £1. You've just got to be creative. Like I keep saying be creative. You're probably sick and tired of me saying it now, but like don't look at it at its face value. So don't think this product's £1, it's 30p off, it's going to cost me 70p. Check cashback apps. Cashback apps are brilliant. Shoptise, Checkout Smart, Quidco, which is ClickSnap, Top Cashback. There's loads of them. So I've got all of them on the website as well. So just have a look if you're confused with a step-to-step guide. So have a check on them, then check on store offers. So like check if it's going to go down in price. My supermarket app's really good for your, I think it's available on iPhones. So I'm presuming it's available on Android as well. I always use that because I can compare all the prices. I can take it with me to the supermarket, and you can create a list as well. And there's actually cashback on there as well. I'm not a genius on their cashback, but if you need help, comment on the page. I'm sure someone will help you with that. And then write to manufacturers. So look in your cupboards, like look in there and think, right, I like Walkers, I like McVitie's, and then just write to them. Emailing's the best. I've done a vlog on it, I've done a blog on it, I've done like everything on writing to manufacturers now. So that's on my YouTube channel for you to have a look at. So tip that, write to them. So then you'll find that actually you've got like a £5 off voucher, a 30p off voucher, and a 10p cash back. So then you look at it and you think, actually, I can do it. And like I said, like I will try and do big shops on YouTube as well, because I haven't obviously done them on YouTube. I've just done them on my old blog, and I will try and do them. But like I said, my biggest one was probably £156, and they paid me 6p, so that was like zero. So it's possible. Expect like it probably will take like a week. I don't think it's Friday on Monday. Right, all is put all of your different email addresses set up with your real name. My email addresses are yes. My just I get confused. I never remember what email addresses I have. And if I won a competition or something, it wouldn't be in my name. But Super Savvy Me, I don't do in my own name. Well, I do. I have one account in my own name, I like, and then one's in my partner's name, and one is, I think, like, the other two are in my parents' name, just because it's so much easier. And like, I thought they'd cotton onto it, so I thought if I did different names, they wouldn't cotton onto it. That's all the reason I did it for. Same with carrying every day, really. So you can probably do it all in your own name. I just thought I'll try it. Connor's put 10-minute mail is good for coupons. Never seen it personally, so I'll have a look at it. Might be worth all of us having a look at. Right, as I said, Gloria, the email address for Asda on my website or coupons always say one person since the start. Not sure when you started printing them, but like 2 weeks ago, and it didn't say that 2 weeks ago. I was aware of. I'm for all different reasons. I've seen that on my blog. So it's not sure. Chris said it says like others are the address. No, you address is address. It is one per like sole person. So when you like build up a family, like bring a family along with you, get the villagers with you, get your neighbours, and see how many you can get. Oh, the feed is breaking up. Probably my connection. Probably my connection. It's probably nothing to do with you guys. Probably my rubbish connection. Right, Lexa said, with the pizza ones, I would just say, just go in and try it. Good words, just go in and try it. She put 3 through yesterday, and they didn't even look at the details. So, like I said, I think a lot of it is luck. Like, I'm famous for my checkout scouting. Like, as soon as I finish my shop, I always go and like scout my checkout guys. And I know it sounds like really pervy, but I always go for young guys, not in like a weird way, but don't even say that. My partner's 3 years younger than me, and he's giving me that look like, yeah, you do go for younger guys. In an actual professional way, yes, because they don't care. They're like, you know, they're really happy, bubbly, like, you know, a lot of them are interested, especially when we're filming, and they literally just like, they'll scan it through, they'll be really happy. So I just go for them just because there's no real issues, like they're not bothered. And young females are normally they're okay. Some of them are a bit fed up, but it's always the older ones. I'm not ageist, but the older ones do get a bit of a gripe on them. They're not happy when they're scanning 80 coupons. So always the youngins for me. We've only got a couple minutes left, so I'll try and go through these. I talk forever, so I will try and go through them. Andrea said, when do Super Savvy Me update their coupons? Oh God, I think it's 3 times a year, I think. I've been following it for over a year now, and I think I've only seen it update twice. So I think we're due an update. We're well overdue for one because all mine are maxed out. Jones said, Dr. Oetker states 1 per person, 1 per purchase. So if I take 2 kids, that's 3 people, so 3 coupons can be used. Yep, you're correct, and you can't go wrong with that. That's brilliant. 3 people, 3 coupons, you should be fine. Right, everyone's saying I'm back. Didn't know I was gone. Sorry if you didn't catch any of that. You will be able to view this actually afterwards. So if you've missed anything, you will be able to view it afterwards. Chrissy says she also scout checks people. She goes for the older ladies who look happy. Maybe they do work. Maybe they just don't like the look of me. Maybe it's me they don't like. But or I suppose you get a routine for who serve you better and who like, even if you go to the same store, sometimes you'll get like your favorite like cashier who you go to week in, week out. I do that. So I suppose you just got to get a feel for who's going to be nice to you. Oh, Julie's put, can you show us your folder? I was waiting for that question. Right, 1 minute to do it. This is my folder. I love it. It was from Wilkinson's about a year and a half ago. I don't think they do them. I wanted a new one. I wanted a pink one, and they've stopped doing them. So it's literally just like a ring bind. So they call it a check wallet if you're going to look online. There's also on my website a link to one I use. I hope you can see this. So it's all got categories in there. It's got pets, coffees or tea bags, confectionery / sweets, bakery, fridge, cereal, frozen drinks, laundry, health and beauty, cupboard goods, and miscellaneous. So how I organise this, a lot of people do date. I can't be bothered with date. Like, I think it's just too much hassle for me to do date. So I literally, like I said, I put it in like categories of what section it is. So when I'm going around a supermarket, it's really easy to find them. I normally put the coupons at the front. So when I picked up the item off the shelf, I think, right, That's going to be free, and then put the coupon in the front so I can literally just get the wad out, hand it to the cashier without any problems. So yeah, that's all I really do. It's a bit scarce at the moment. I need some more, so please, companies, put some new coupons out. Starving for them. But yeah, date can work. A lot of people do date order. If you're that organised, do it. I'm sure it works, because then you know like when coupons are running out and when you have to use them by, but don't be afraid to let them go out of date. Because if you're just going to buy it for the sake of buying it, then there's no point really. So let them go out of date. There'll be more right to manufacturers if you really need a later date. But they're really good to get on Amazon. I think they're about £2-3, so a little bit more expensive. Or if you know of any shops which sell them, comment for everybody else to get one. But really recommend them. It's changed my life. It's changed my life. What do I sound like? Keeps me organised. So yeah, really suggest them. Right, we'll do one more question. Everyone's saying that they go for older women. They seem nicer. Guys don't seem to know what they're doing. That's why I go for them though, because they don't know what they're doing. Because then, like, not that I'm being sneaky or anything, like, but because they don't know, like, say if it was a restaurante coupon, they probably would just be like, yeah, scan, scan, scan. So that's why I do go for them. Andrea said, I don't have enough coupons yet for a folder, but I've emailed loads of companies, managed to bag a £10 voucher from Gillette. Well done. Oh, that's after you complain. I was going to say that's a well good coupon to have for a compliment. Well, if it's a genuine complaint, brilliant. Good on you. Go spend that wisely. But I think the biggest coupon value I've had from like a compliment was, I think it was, yeah, it must have been £10. I got £10 as well. So it is possible from a compliment. You've just got to be really nice. But right, I'm going to sign off now because I've been jabbering on. You've probably all lost count. Website xcoupuk.com. All coupons, deals, etc. on there. Coupon policies on there. Blogs on there with manufacturers, etc. So any questions I haven't managed to answer, just message me on Facebook. I promise I will try and get back to you like as soon as I can. It may be a day. But I hope everyone enjoyed this. We'll be doing some more soon. And I've enjoyed speaking to you all. It's nice to meet you all and say hi, put faces to names to faces. I can't talk. But thank you guys for talking, and I shall see you soon. Now I've just got to find out how to get out of it.